Everybody, welcome back as we are about to head on in to match 2 for Pool B. It's the defending champs, BeavR's Elation, going up against the squad of Zaza. Chef, you and I, at the last LAN that we casted, BeavR, they look so good, but it's a little bit of a new roster coming on in here this time.
Yeah, Aggro, Koi, amazing players. They got the chip on the last one. But I believe Morph not making it out. They were going to have to pick up on him, which would have been huge. Morph was my favorite and a lot of fan favorites on that last one. They were not able to get it in the end, but that man, he was next level. But, you know, we got Elation in there. We got Eternal and Antho Jr. I'm not too keen on those players, but I hear that they are going to be bringing a lot to the table. So who else? What else are we gonna see from this BeavR team here, Grant?
Yeah, let's actually pull up the team names right now so that everybody can just kind of get a good look at what we are dealing with. Is like you said, it's Aggro, the submachine gun. Koi is one of those. He can be an aggressive AR. I really kind of see him like a Crim 6 out there for this squad. I believe Eternal is the other submachine gun, and then Antho Jr. He is going to be that other AR. But like you said, this team's a little bit different from the last one, right? Alu Jokes, who is also part of that winning squad, no longer here. They wanted to pick up Morph. Both were not able to attend this event, so they pick up Eternal and Antho Jr. I'm curious to see how these guys are going to gel, because they haven't, I don't think, necessarily had much practice. So, Chef, I'm curious what they bring to the table.
Yeah, you know, if BeavR has anything, they have the skills and they have the knowledge to put a team together, because they got that chip on the last one. They had the big money coming home, and I think that they are going to be a good running for it again. But who are they playing against? Old Zaza. Let's bring that one up. I believe you said you had some history with Lucasi. And we have Vel, Afraid, and Tsar over there as well. So let's hear a little bit about what you're thinking.
I know Lucasi, he is a fast-paced submachine gun. I would really consider him like too real. He has that potential, those pop-off capabilities along with Vel. So that's going to be the biggest question, is who's going to win this submachine gun duo. Tsar, I know I've casted him in Afraid before. It's been a minute, so I'm just curious how they have progressed throughout their Call of Duty career. But let's talk about the maps that are coming up, Chef. What do we got for the map pool?
Yeah, we got Hotel. Again, of course, obviously. And then we got Fortress, Expo, the newest map in rotations for the COD League, Embassy, and Asilo. So a different map every time. Gonna be mixing it up. You know, Hotel as usual, we're going off the start. But hey, you know, that's all right. It's a great map. They got the kitchen, of course. But I'm liking it. I'm liking the mix of the maps, the pool that's going to come through, the players that are coming across. First time on stream for the LAN event, and you know, $1,000 first place, $500 second place, a lot on the line. You know, we're not in the bracket yet. We're just chilling here, getting our positioning, seeing where the seeds are going to fall. And I feel like we got a 1 to 4 seed between these two teams.
Granted, I haven't seen too much of Antho Jr. and Eternal, so I'm curious how this squad is going to do. Do I favor them still as the #1 team to win it all? Yes, I do. Until they prove me wrong, that's going to be the biggest question. But they're coming up against this squad in Zaza, which we really don't know too much about, or how slay heavy they are. And coming on into the Hotel, it's one that we have seen time and time again. It depends on those rotations, who's going to take control of those hills. But it is so scrappy if you do not have those trophies down. Somebody's going to be able to find the routes. And if you're looking at one player to find routes on the side of Zaza, it's going to be Lucasi. If you're looking for slay power, it's going to be Veli. But let's not delay this any longer. Let's hop on into the map 1.
Yeah, and I love how you said here SMG and slay power, and that's right there with Aggro and Koi that we've seen before. Great vibes, great people. I love meeting them in person in the last LAN. Unfortunately, virtual this time for me, but you're right there, Graph. I'm sure they're just as vibey, coming out with some great energy. for the rest of that team between Eternal and Antho Jr. And I'm going to be right on that side as well. I've seen what they can do in person, in the flesh, and they are definitely the best players that I was able to watch out there. You know, they got the chip, got the money. They're coming right back for it again.
They're looking to go back-to-back, Chef. I'm curious if they can already. It's a great start. Look at the break. The teamwork was perfected, except all for Fred sitting in the back. He will take down one. Doing a lot of bobbing and weaving, but that's not going to account for much, as they do end up finding Aggro sitting in the middle of the map, and he actually pulls out an AR, so I'm not sure if that is going to be hill-dependent. But I kind of feel like this is a bit of a change-up for the roles if it stays that way with Aggro on the AR.
And both teams, not worried about P2 as much. They were playing for every second, and I do appreciate that. You know, that both teams even like agreed, like, all right, we're just gonna fight for this. But Zaza did have the one player rotate. I believe it was Veli there pretty early, and they got the defensive position. But here comes BeavR, all pushing together, trying to get through this. No bodies. They're just playing for like peaks right now. Is insane for first round, but pretty back and forth here. Koi, last one left. Some great defense here from Zaza, getting ahead on the fourth.
And Veli, he's on 5 in a row. This was the guy I was talking about. He has the potential to take over games, but the communication, it has been on point for Zaza, as this has been a perfect P2 hold. Aggro, he might try to come on in and contest the last few seconds, but he will be taken down by Tazar. Eternal holding on to that restaurant side, so they should have control of this P2 to start. I want to point out, that was just such a good hold. The recognition that 2 players went in the back. Veli took down 2 from the front, as well as, I think it was Afraid, took down the players. So just a great recognition from the side of Zaza to hold on to that P2.
I like T-Star. I thought he was going to run in there, but no, sir. He was playing doors. He was mixing it up, seeing where the trophy's at, gets that first shot out, gets out of there. Amazing teamwork here from Zaza. They clearly have experience taking over a hill from behind in the kitchen, and BeavR is able to defend it quite well. Great strats from both sides, and Zaza a little short on the attack here as they try it one last time to take this one over before going around again. Aggro, amazing work here in the kitchen, does get answered. So we got Eternal, we got Koi in there. Antho falls down, but they're just going to hold this scrap. Great work from them. The Zaza with a really good setup again in this back corner of the map, and they're going to get it.
They have been exchanging heavy-handed blows. I know when I was talking about the venue earlier, how the energy was. I was saying it was kind of lacking besides the bachelor party, but if you want the energy to get kicked up to 10, look no further than Koi and Aggro. These guys will chirp you to the max. So these are some guys you want to keep an eye out for.
Yeah, you know, they have the experience. They already had the money from the last one. They're looking for it. Again, they know exactly what it takes to get it done. You can't speak much more on it right there, and you see it happening here. BeavR full team-wide P. Yikes, good job from the 2 newer players there, Eternal and Antho, able to slay him out. Zaza coming in from behind, trying to get it done, but they're getting wiped out. T-Sar looking for a rotation. I definitely agree with that. They're not going to get that old hill. You know, they could have pushed it with just 1 player left, but hey, let's reset. Let's get in the next one in the restaurant. Kind of all over the place on both teams. I'm seeing Zaza collapsing in the last 2 players there. Spin them around, win your fights. Here we go, off to Koi to win this one, and he does. That's going to set up a possible chance back for BeavR to take this point. Let's see how it happens.
And that was such a crazy synchronization of kills, but Aggro, he finds 2 as he's sitting at 13 and 12, leading the lobby in the kills. But I look at the stat line from the side of Zaza. They are not more than 2 kills away from each other. You have Aggro popping up with 15 as he is that aggressive submachine gun up close and personal. But as this restaurant hill has popped, really no one's been able to get a significant chunk of time. Eternal does get a team kill after Antho takes down 2, so the last 20 seconds going to the side of BeavR.
Yeah, rotations coming through. Zaza looking like they're setting up a little bit, trying to keep BeavR from rotating into that next site. Here we go. T-Star in there to slow him down, mix it up, get him turning the wrong direction, and I think Afraid trying to shoot him from the back as they all get turned around. Is running a little late to the party, but it looks like they're fighting for the wrong kill. I don't know what they were doing there, but Zaza is going to catch quite a few points here. If able to defend this hill up top and keep BeavR from getting on to the site, getting up, mantled up, getting in those strong positions. You know, Koi is in a great spot here to try and keep him off the top. BeavR is closing in, but Zaza, great defense here.
I want to point out how well for the side of Afraid stayed alive in that backside kitchen, just taking down one, because that is where the spawns are going to be coming in. So you wanted to stay alive, play your life. Unfortunately, he gets sniffed out, and immediately when that happens, everybody from the side of BeavR, they will spawn close. They have the numbers, because then you'll be spawning all the way basically at the back of P2, even maybe in front of P4 if you're lucky. But Zaza, they're having a little bit of a difficult time here, because after the first set of rotations, they find themselves down by 45.
Yeah, I love the respect for the points too, making sure that nothing is left behind. You already know that is the sign of tournament winners, and it's really shown on both sides here. I love that you pointed out, Zaza, how evenly spread out all the points are. I'll add to that as well. Look at the times, very evenly spread out. The other side of BeavR, you know, we got Koi, not much hill time, fair amount of kills, lots of hill time for Eternal. Nice KD from him, almost 20 for aggro. BeavR has their positions, what their objective play is for each player. Zaza is well-rounded. They're able to change where they need to be, what they need to do. I don't think anyone has a specific job over there. It's just call out at the time. That really takes a lot of communication. So good on them for that.
Eternal just won a big gunfight on that P1, and he will get the last 10 and make sure the rotations are potentially in their favor, or at least allow a chance to get their Lucasi. That is a big kill as he goes 1 for 1, but the break is still in the lobby, all the side of BeavR's, as now they can feel the pressure. Everybody from the side of Zaza winding up for this hit. They're trying to find the kills. Tazar will go down to aggro, and just the way the first set came up, BeavR, they are returning to center with a beautiful P2 hold.
Yeah, they had a good hold. I liked seeing that aggro tried pushing up, keep that spawn away, but Zaza had the gun skills to get in there and answer it up, and look at the bodies getting thrown both ways, but aggro able to finally get that last player out of there. That's going to hold out this last 15 seconds. Oh, Kasi gets down there somehow. I think he is going to fight for this 10 seconds. A lot of respect. There you go. Yeah, hold it off. They all count, especially when you're down by 70. Make it down by 60 by winning that one. As they rotate out into the kitchen. They are first in as well. So that's kind of up on both sides here, but BeavR is getting that spot surrounded. The restaurant coming in hot. They're going to have to funnel in. That's not what you want to do in that walk-in. As there they go. They are down. And BeavR, they can win it here.
Oh my god, I don't know how aggro just ended up winning that double, but I want to point out Tazar, he ended up egoing the player on the backside steps, and he had no reason to do that. He could have just sat on in and let the players from BeavR come to him, but Eternal is on another level with the drop shots. Him and aggro, they have been stellar so far in this map one, as they are just 15 points away from taking it, and it's looking like it's going to happen right here and now.
Yeah, that drop shot looked like he evaporated into the prone position. That was insane speed on that one. And Zaza trying to push down from behind. 3, 2, 1, and it's over. Great work from the team, keeping him out of there, keeping it cooking. They know exactly what they are doing in that kitchen, like they are some kind of chef. Good job on that round. 250, 138, over 100 point. Clubbed them. That's how you start a series right there. That's how you start the LAN event. That is their first event right there for the weekend. What a start. They're really showing up.
They show that they want to go back to back, and I like how you say they were cooking. It might not necessarily been, you know, in the kitchen itself. They're working on their blue apron, you could say, so working up their own home ingredients. But great stuff coming out of the side of BeavR. Heading on into map 2, though. This is going to be a little bit of a change of pace. It's going to be the Fortress Search and Destroy. A lot of the snipers, you can do so many things on this map. It feels like there's times where you would just might try to bully them out of a sight, but others, you can find some of those really cheeky angles with the AR, with the snipes, to be able to get those first bloods. The biggest question I have for the side of BeavR is their search and destroy. They have basically 2 duos coming on into this one. I'm curious how that chemistry is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, you could even play into that 2 duo strat, right? 2 on A, 2 on B. It just works, right? And then, you know, get the team to work together when they need to, where they need to rotate out. You know, it's picking whether, you know, who gets the bomb might be tough if you get 2 duos in there, how they play the bomb. But I think how they defend it is really going to be their strong suit with the 2 duos coming in. But Zaza, it's a full team of 4, very evenly skilled players. The communication is clearly top tier. They get in great positions. Sometimes they're getting outgunned by BeavR on that last one that we've seen, but you know, S&D is completely different. It plays a little slower, but Aggro and Koi, I know that they're quite aggressive out there. When they see something, they're biting at it. They're not letting it slide through. They're going to follow up with everything. They're going to be trading you out. So you need to make sure you are on point and you commit to everything that you're doing.
And another thing for the side of Zaza is they were doing really well on that first set of hills, right? They were keeping the game close. It was kind of when the restaurant and that deck hill kind of came through. It felt like they were doing a lot of solo chows. They weren't working as a team, so I'm not necessarily sure if that was a comms or maybe they were just getting frustrated that they weren't playing as hot as they were. They just kind of started playing a little bit more sporadic, not together. So when it comes to this search and destroy, I kind of do give the edge because they did look so good in the beginning of that map 1. I think they're going to calm it down, play at their own pace, and they're going to kind of force the side of BeavR to be the ones to make mistakes.
Yeah, I seen Lucasi and Vel on that last one with some great flanks. S&D, all about those flanks, right? Getting them turned around, get them from behind, get your other players to push up. Feeling at least 2 of those strats coming out here in S&D. You know, Fortress, I think it's our first time seeing this tonight on the stream. A lot of hotels, so good to get that out of the way. Maybe we could get a whole 5 that we're going to see. We got Expo coming up next after this. You know, newer map, not many players are picking this one, so it's going to be nice to see that out there at the LAN event. You know, just two great teams here. I think we're going to see a little bit more of a back and forth as Zaza get warmed up to each other, but I mean, that also means BeavR and Elation are getting warmed up with each other. Returning champs, can't say it enough, just how much it really shows that they just came out there. They hit it heavy. Right out the gate in that hard point, BeavR just came hot, pretty much a full team wipe and just getting on the hill. So they got it under control. Zaza just got to get themselves under control, make sure they're consistent throughout the length of the map, and you know, we're going to see a lot of back and forth.
Couldn't agree with you more, but it looks like both of the teams are ready to hop on in, so let's not waste any time. The Outbogger Fortress, it's about to kick off, and if you were I know you are a betting man there, Chef, so who are you taking in? Who are you taking in this map too?
I mean, I got to be on the back of the BeavRs quite a bit here, you know, for how hard they hit it on that last one. You know, like you said, it was a little bit back and forth, but they ended up getting it in the end. And I love that you pointed out it's like 2 duos out here, and S&D all about 2 duos, right? You get 2 on A, 2 on B. That's pretty much it. Get them working their own strats that they brought in, get those working together. I think that is going to show out here in S&D, but you know, it's a different style map. It's a little slower pace with S&D. Not sure how the snipers will play into it. You know, it's a little bit of a wild card. But let's see. We are started off. It's looking like an A push. They are already there. They are on the other side of the door, so nades coming through. Bomb is going to be down. They did not get through this archway yet. That's going to be huge. You know, 40 seconds left. They got to get through this.
And that was actually a beautiful play from Zaza because they put all the nades on that outside and allowed their bomb player to get a free one on that A site. Antho tries to get aggressive. He gets caught out, and this is a squeaky clean round for the side of Zaza's. They come out swinging for that first round.
That's all you could ask for. Quick round. Bomb went down very easily. Setup came through. The nades were just cooked to perfection. Just got on there, defended it amazing after the bomb went down. Like, well, what else do you want there? But I will tell you, it ain't gonna work again perfectly like that, because BeavR's definitely gonna be able to bounce back from that exact play. I feel like Zaza has a bit more to show us.
Couldn't agree with you more. As Tazar, wow, he just gets aggressive and smokes Koi right off the map. So that is going to be your AR sitting down, but Antho, he gets the read onto Veli. So the aggression not quite paying off for the side of the Zazas. And everything slows down to the 3v3. Tazar kind of playing that off angle on the Gallo side. Aggro, he will take down Lucasi on the top map's positioning. As Tazar, he might get perfect time. I don't think Antho was gonna read this, but he did happen to find it. And Aggro there for the assistance. Afraid left in the 1v3, and he will not be able to get it done. Aggro with 3 on the round.
Yeah, they did a great job splitting up Zaza. They all got in their own little spot, and BeavR worked together. You've seen him jump across the door trying to shoulder him, but his teammates already answered. Very easy clean up there with the teamwork. Zaza came out hot again, got that first blood, but BeavR bounced back from that very quickly. Good positioning from the team. So Zaza not great on defending. Let's see if they can pull out another flawless attack.
And they are going to change this one up. They're going immediately to B, so they are changing this one up quick in the rounds, as it was an immediate aggression towards that A site from BeavR. But Aggro, he repositions, grabs the first one onto Tazar, and now Veli, he's gonna have a big 1v1. Aggro with it again, as he is starting to rip apart the side of Zaza's. Antho is there, and it's gonna be now Afraid in a 1v4 and a 4v none. BeavR, wow, they are responding.
Yeah, quick round there. It looked like a lot of 1v1s, 2v2s, and BeavR just won the gunfights. I mean, look at that. Textbook 1v1, both came into the door at the same time, but Eternal's right there on site, hit all his shots. Just doing your job. That's really what it came down to, and he's looking to get paid to do it.
One thing I do want to point out is that Aggro, he is so good at playing his life. Life preservation is key when it comes to search and destroy. And unfortunately, Afraid, he hits his teammate right in the back with that trophy system. As again, Tazar, he goes right in and still guns Koi. Wow. This is going to be a 1v1 battle for the ages here. As now, Veli, he tries to change up his positioning. Instead of going through window, he tries to go through P1 immediately. Halted. Even though Zaza, they found the first blood again, they find themselves down in numbers, as Aggro again has just been on another level.
Ooh, that should have been a trade. Yeah, he got that stun, and I think the teammate pushed out, but someone else took that kill. I will say, good on Tazar getting up there, because that bomb can get planted very quickly. Like, if you can get up there and defend, you will get there first, and that's exactly what he did. That body couldn't get away from it. Normally you get traded out when you pushed up on that defense so quickly. It usually gives you enough time for your teammates to get up there and help you out, and they did. But unfortunately, Zaza missed one very vital trade, and that's not going to work out. And Lucasi is missing everyone so far. But Koi on the other side as well, sitting on the bagel. So evenly matched there through the stat line, but Aggro is always standing out on top there, 6-1. So good on him. Oh my God, Graf, look at the map. They just walked right past.
They walked right past it. Antho, he gets all the information. He's like, I heard too many footsteps. I'm not going to try to take this one over. And I think it's Aggro. Is he investing in a streak right now? He might be. And he finds 3! Are you kidding? Aggro with the beautifully placed glide and then cleans up the last. How do you not have a trophy? Oh, man, that's tough.
They snuck up. They even snuck up on me. Like, I wasn't even ready to start, casting the match yet. And they're already there, full team. No one made a noise. I don't know if they were all deadied up, but they all made it all the way through. They spun around. They're like, hey, the whole team's over here. Aggro's like, don't worry about it, guys. I got one in the air right now. Like, oh my gosh. Again, second time we see tonight. Perfect streak placement. Wait till you're behind. The call even might have been, hey, I got a streak. Don't worry about B. I got it. And I definitely can see that coming in as a call. It just works. So great strat. People at home, take notes. That it works perfectly. That's how you use a streak.
Also, take notes on Koi getting that read on Tazar with a beautiful frag grenade. And Tazar, he is just playing his life. We'll find the first blood. Actually gets the second as Koi. He is helpless to do anything. He's watching Tazar kill his teammates. Now you're in a 2v3. Again, Tazar getting a little bit too aggressive. As afraid we'll find aggro. Koi in the 1v3. Can he get it done?
Yeah, this is going to be his first kill. Look at Tazar up there, big. Koi getting a lot of shots off. Wow, he gets away from it. Still with 38 health, too. His teammate's going to come in, help him out. Bomb is out for the taking. Koi, a lot of uphill battle to do here in this 1v3. Zaza, great work through that round. Breaking up that momentum that BeavR was building on you now. 2 and 4 is a sign for a little bit of a bounce back from them. I hope so, because it's definitely a great team that they're bringing out with this SP.
Koi has lost every single gunfight against Tazar, and that has got to be so annoying. He's like, man, I could just not kill this guy. Lucasi, though, still yet to find a kill in this round. Veli 1 in 5, so maybe the aggression needs to start changing, start sticking together as those submachine guns. But Koi, he's going to toss another beauty. This should hit, and it does. He might have hit 1 or 2 or just a trophy. Aggro this time will not work. His aggression gets caught. Tazar takes down Eternal as well. And just like that, Zaza flipped this map on its head as they are trying to take a round away from BeavR.
Yeah, Koi pushing up here. Very aggressive, but the defense is equally aggressive from Zaza. Trying to get through there. Koi still looking for his first kill. Aggro, Eternal pushed up through there and just got wiped out from the start. So high risk, high reward, which has worked out in the past, but did not work out there. And I would have liked to see the remaining 2 players hold back, play a little differently, work together, not be so aggressive if you're down 2-4. Zaza just gonna clean that one up now. 3-4 going into the next one. Bounce back on the way.
I just want to point out, somebody needs to start teammating with Koi, because he's gotten 2 perfectly placed ones, and he's getting the reads of where they are heading. But Zaza, they're keeping this one close. Veli only found 1. Lucasi got 2, so he is off the donut list. But Antho, he gets aggressive, takes down Tazar. Looking to fly out through this window. Veli, he plays it patient, gets the trade into the 3v3s. And you can see everybody from BeavR, they're trying to get any type of information they can. Afraid, I love that he takes down that trophy, making sure, because he has a Semtex in the back pocket, maybe trying to take up one of these players if they get a little bit too close and personal.
Yeah, Afraid throwing some lead down range, but he's down to just 1 clip. He can't reload again. So he's definitely going to have to reposition, try something else. But Veli, Bob had 1 on his tail. Definitely hurt him. And try and spin around everyone a little all over the place. 2v3. BeavR has the bomb in hand. I don't see him putting it down. They're going to have to go for these kills. Oof, and Zaza now a 3-1. Aggro did not get that body either. Yeah, Zaza, wow, tying it up. So there you go. 4-1 to 4-4. Raph, what do you think BeavR's falling behind on here after that hot start?
I think they're just kind of getting caught out in these single positions that are really relying on aggro to find a lot of the kills, right? I mean, he was 10-1 through 5 rounds, or potentially 3, and now he's 10-4, so he has not been able to get a kill. Koi, though, he finally also finds a few under his belt, so potentially trying to get this one started. It just feels like it's a lot of aggression, and the first bloods, they have been really going back and forth. They're tied up at 4 apiece. It's just a matter of being able to capitalize and really dictating when you find that first blood. Play your life, because we know that BeavR can do it. It's just a matter of executing at this point.
Yeah, Tsar has been pretty great at running up and waiting. He's just getting in those good positions that they can't get past, and he's holding down that entire building. No one could get past it. Looks like bomb is going to go down. No one was over there. Zaza, great. They were on the offense, but it was kind of the defense, really, on that middle building here from Tsar that just kept all of them back. But no one got in behind until it's a little too late. Now Afraid is back there. They all pushed up. Doesn't look like anyone's defusing. Okay, he is on it defusing now. And that just leaves Afraid left. I think BeavR's going to get back on the board now.
Oh my goodness, and Agro, he stood up, and he ended up dodging those bullets. He gets the defuse. Oh my, if he did not stand up, he probably would have gotten shot in the leg and gone down. That would have potentially been a 1v3 for Afraid. But they found those initial kills. They were allowed to overwhelm the bomb site and make sure somebody was able to get the defuse successfully. So great stuff coming out of BeavR, recognizing where the pressure was coming from. That's the biggest thing in Search and Destroy, is that information saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to take space on this map since there's nobody here. So that probably means they're in, you know, either one or two of these positions. And immediately, Zaza, they get aggressive with the nades, but Tazar, this time he will get caught out. The trades are there, so the numbers going immediately to BeavR.
Yeah, you know, Afraid, I think he could have won that one if he just went specifically for the bomb defuse. There was 10 seconds left, but, you know, off to this next one. Bomb was going down. There we go, Lucati. Great kill here. Great bounce back from him as well. 5-5 from a bagel score. So there you go. That's how you come back into the match now. 2-2 aggro with the bomb in hand. Going to go for it again. Afraid in the spot. I think he is going to peek this at the right time. Yes. Ooh, aggro going to get away from that at 13. No one following up, shooting through. Lucasi, I would have expected him to go for a little penetrating shot kills there, but doesn't go for it. He's going to go for the wraparound, though. A good call, but his teammate does fall here. Let's see what he can get done through this window. There's aggro out in the corner. Ooh, that gives up his position. Let's see how Koi rotates out of it.
And Koi, he's doing a great job just staying alive. He waited for his teammate to come on in for the support, and that shows that these guys have played together quite a few times. BeavR, they will take the map to 6-4, but by God, it was not easy because they were having to work for every single kill, every single bomb plant.
Yeah, definitely not easy. Zaza, you know, they're out here. They're showing it up. Great, good bounce back from a 4-1 out to a 6-4 at the end. But BeavR, great job. Definitely seen some 2v2 action there with Eternal, Antho working together, Aggro and Koi working together. Whenever there was that aggression, it was always Aggro and Koi out there, Eternal and Antho holding back. And I think they did that 2v2 split. Worked for their strength in duos, and it really worked out. But Tsar, amazing work with the hurry up and wait. Gets right where he needs to immediately, no hesitation, gets the grenades where it needs to go, gets the stuns where it needs to go, and just stays there, locks it down, whether it's defending, whether it's attacking, making sure that his teammates are taken care of. Great work from him. Lucasi, great work bouncing back, getting very important kills. Afraid almost wins an entire round off of playing bomb time. Zaza definitely did a much better job than they did in the first round. So I'm very excited to see him on Expo in this next one. What are you thinking here, Grab? Are we going to see a fast round? Are we going to see a slow round? What's Expo going to be looking like?
It's kind of an interesting map. I still think teams are trying to figure out what's the best strategy to do, especially when you're on defense. You want to put them in that back spawn trap. Usually somebody sits on this top bus, and all you do is just basically bob and weave through it, and you're able to find quite a few free kills. But that's going to be the biggest thing, is are you able to get that type of map pressure and realizing, hey guys, there's one player over here, and if there's a submachine gun in the area, they can run rampant, and it is so annoying for the offense to deal with a player like that. And I have a feeling that is going to be Eternal. The guy just seems like he knows when to fry, along with Antho Jr. So if you're looking for somebody in the side of Zaza to be able to turn it up. To Czar, he absolutely showed his veteranship, like you said, when to push and then wait. But you also need Veli to kind of have that bounce back. Lucasi, really slow start. I think Afraid he's been kind of that baseline for them. So I really think you need Lucasi to start stepping it up here when it comes to the map 3.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how that pans out. Like you said, the SMGs can just run rampant. There's a lot of weird angles, and all the players will have the least amount of experience on this map. There's some pretty interesting spots. I believe it's B is like dead in the center that you can kind of get from inside the building and from outside. So there's quite a lot of different angles you can approach for that spot. Working all the way around. I figure it's like an ice cave or an aquarium in the one corner where everyone, just kind of fights in and meets at. And was that forklift you can get up on top that no one can really see. If you're up there, that's pretty much where everyone is. So you just got to defend that guy. There's no real good angle on him. You just got to get up there and kill him. So it's definitely a different style map. I'm really glad to see this in the rotation of map pools. I'm very glad to not see Hotel again and again. So I'm very excited to see how this one plays out.
I'm over the Hotel, to be completely honest. I'm ready to check out of that place because we've seen it quite a few times tonight. So heading on into Expo is going to be a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
But like you said, it's going to be kind of who can take over that B site, right? A is in the theater room. It has a lot of those positions where the attacking is, feels pretty standard, right? You're able to get that point, work your way onto B. But again, it's so difficult to do so because your ARs, they can hold down so many long lanes of sight. Those LOSs are what's really going to dictate the pace of the submachine guns for the side of Zaza. Aggro, I think he's made that switch to the AR, and my God, he looks gross. Like, it looks like he's killing with the submachine gun power from range. Even up close, he just gets it done. The guy, every single time I've seen him, he keeps getting better and better when it comes to those lands. And I know they were getting hyped out here, and they're looking to, potentially take this series into 3-0 and show why they still are wanting to be that top dog and go back-to-back.
Yeah, I hear him back there. Getting all excited, and it's the mind games also at the LAN, right? You get in their head, they're getting upset, they're hearing them scream, and they're like, oh my gosh, like they're really doing this to me, I'm embarrassed, whatever it is. LAN's just different, it's just built different, and it's really showing out here. The experience of them not only getting the chip, but their LAN experience, their experience working together in person. But one thing they don't have experience in is Expo being the newest map in rotation. So I love how you put it, fresh air, right? It's just beautiful to see something different, a little mixed up, different pace, different positioning, different strengths being utilized. There we see Koi, that open air from the interior of the building. You can also take it from the exterior. But look at B, just one defense. If they come in there and wipe this one out, yeah, they're going to take it. It looks like it's exactly what's going to happen. A defended pretty well. Pretty much every game I've seen of this map, this is exactly how it goes down. Veli just trying to really figure out what to do in that corner, though. Maybe waiting for his teammate, and he figures it out with that double coming in now. Koi the last one. Wow, good wipe here. I think they did get that second tick, so some good progression. But look at the classic, right? Everyone on B dies, and then they push A. Good bounce back into the next position.
Yeah, great transition. In fact, Veli is popping off 5 and 2. He will eventually go down. Unfortunately, the caster curse coming into effect right as we change to him. But already Afraid he's getting pressured as Koi and Aggro. They are the most aggressive ARs you will probably see in this tournament. They fear nobody, and that is 3 members down. And there is nobody even close. Veli, he knows he needs to go, but it is Koi Pond who is dropping bodies. The triple stack is in, and what a quick offensive round coming on in from the side of Elation. Oh no, they still got B to go.
Yeah. They only got 2 ticks over there at B. They weren't able to finish it up. That's a full team wipe too. Oh my goodness. And I just want to point out the kills. They were tied out, but that full team wipe put Zaza in control, as the name says. And there's 2 more kills. Oh my gosh, they are really getting it. BeavR rushing out with those ARs. Like you said, they're very good with them, but the KDs aren't panning out. That 1 and 6 from Eternal, 2 and 5 from Antho. Those 2 kind of dragging down that KD for their team. On the flip side, Belly 7 and 3. Like I said, not sure what he was doing in that corner, but he figured it out. Afraid on a double. Keep an eye on those kills. 17 versus 8 on the respawns. Here comes the push. 2 kills coming in from BeavR. This is exactly what they need to take this position. There's just Afraid over there, looking for 1 kill. Tried for a second, gets shot down. 24 health. The capture is going to come in. He's going to run out with the knife. He's going for some stabs. There comes the kills, but BeavR takes it. Oh, wow, that was a nail biter.
Oh, and they took it by the skin of their teeth, and I thought that was over once they got that 8 point. I completely forgot they didn't get the full cap, but like you said, it's just those quick transitions, right? They overcommit onto one site, they get that 3 or 4 down, so it forces the attacking team to spawn basically right next to the point, or at least have the opportunity to win the foot race. And not say, and I mean the entire side of Zaza, they outslayed them. They're up by I think about 7 or 8 kills, but unfortunately it's all about the ticks and capitalizing when you get those.
Yeah, I think they realized that they were down on kills, and they're like, we just need to play 100% towards capturing. We're not going to outslay them. Two full team wipes is not something you can really strategize for. So great job on them transitioning over into what needed to get done. You know, I've seen a lot of games where it was like 2 versus 14 on respawns, but the 2 still wins it because they went for the ticks. So good on them for reading that and getting it done. And speaking of getting it done, Eternal with a lot of kills there, you know, trying to bounce that KD back to where it needs to go. 4 kill streak aggro in there with the amazing defense. No ticks going anywhere. But Zaza looking like in a good B push here to take it.
They absolutely could, as they're just getting shut down. So this is a great job staggering the attack. Antho, he will find 1, but who's been tearing it up? It's been Afraid and Veli really putting in the work for Zaza. Not saying that anybody else isn't, but Afraid, he has found so many kills at that top of the stairs. It's got to be so frustrating. Now Eternal, he's sitting in on that B side, forces him to move a few tags, and he is still trying to stay alive. All the pressure still towards this B site, and who was sitting underneath? It's going to be aggro. He will find that opener, and now they can potentially hop on in. Will he get any help? Eternal plays his life. The communication is on key right now for Elation.
Yeah, they do finally get that last cleanup on the player. Afraid has to win this battle to slow it down, and it's not going to happen. Look at this. No progression anywhere. A had a little bit. Antho is there, but oh wow, okay, 3 seconds left on the hill. Might get this if they get this kill, and they do. Eternal looking to move in. That's gonna bring me to look over on the respawns, and we're looking at a completely flipped script here. BeavR up by 7. Oh, 3 seconds left. They're all up the hill. Oh my gosh, there's none over there. How did they just lose that?
Unfortunately, that's what happens on the Expo. If you do not have any trophies, the nades, they will just blow you to smithereens, because that's what happened. They just threw everything they had from the utility belt coming off the spawn, and they got the players off the point, or at least got them weak. The gunfights, easy pickings for them. But my goodness, the side of BeavR x Elation, they are just shredding through, and you can tell how confident everybody is taking these gunfights. Zaza, they're doing a good job keeping up, but it feels like there are just some moments when they need somebody to just go big. It is not happening.
Yeah, I agree. The BeavR guys, they're just staying consistent. There's no one that really needs to go big. When they do, it's very welcomed, and they use that as momentum to push towards what needs to get done. A almost just lost a tick there immediately, but Lucasi on the back of that one, that double, amazing work here on the A defense. But, you know, the classic, right? All die on A, all go to B. And we all know it always happens, and they were not ready for it. They are in there. Slow progress on the tick. Tsar gonna need to turn up, but like you said, these players are put in these tough positions, needing to turn up. He does get a double. When a double's not enough, and this is not going to be enough for the position.
Lucasi, he's trying to play this one as slow as he can. He's trying to get a read. Should find a free one onto Eternal. Yes, he does. Right before the tick goes down, Anthem's going to go out with a jab, but Lucasi, a big double, unfortunately. The reinforcements are going to be there for BeavR. It should be a clean cap onto the B site. Little do they know, nobody is home for Zaza. And now you are 3 ticks away from being able to close out this series as well as the map in a pretty swift 3-0.
Yeah, and B is secured that time, Graph, so we are off to A. If they get this one, that's going to be it. I love how they clean the site, too. They don't want to be turned around. They're done with that. They want to be working forward. I love the positioning, too. Look at Eternal off to the side. I think he's going to be the one to try and turn him around. Koi in a great spot for AR, looking for some picks. I think a call comes through that someone's pushing in. Here comes the, oh, all right. I was gonna say here comes a guaranteed trade, but Veli catching them both, so good on him. Getting spun around here on A. Zaza, good job here with the defense.
Keeping it close, making sure nothing is out of reach, and the farthest push-up player is Lucasi. I'd love to go to his POV and see what he can disrupt, because he just has himself tucked away in this corner. And yeah, he's sitting on the bottom side. He should be able to get a lot of information here as he's playing it slow. Allows Afraid to get to, should be able to clean up the third. Oh my goodness, Lucasi, you missed a guy on the point. Luckily, his teammate had better eyesight because he does happen to find it. And now if you are the side of Elation, you need to start finding a few of these kills, and they will get to. This could be the floodgates opening up.
Yeah, I love the spot, right? We got 3 on A. All of them are pushed out. Kills are close, like they've pretty much been, right? We've seen the first one one-sided, the second one the other way, and now they're both tied up. But the positioning, the ticks, BeavR is just right there. They are a machine at either defending or attacking these positions. They know what the objective is, and they get it done. Look at this, 2 ticks gone, looking for that third one. Zaza just gonna have to full sprint just to get a line of sight, and that's not where you want to be. You're the side of Zaza, and they just did not have the strats for this map. BeavR, amazing work getting that objective done. 3-0, yikes. They in both ways, right? That's it.
And that is just a great way to start it off for the defending champs, right? Everybody, they have not missed a beat. They might have swapped out 2 players on their roster, but they are looking stronger than ever. The Search and Destroy might be a little bit of a question mark, right? But either way, they got the map 1 done, what, 250 to 138, 6-4
yes,
Search
sir.
and Destroy, and then a 3-0 in the control. And they're just looking so dominant. I don't know who's going to be able to stop them.
Yeah, you know, like you said with BeavR, it wasn't a perfect S&D. I think Zaza was the answer to that not being perfect. Great team. I can see Zaza doing very well in this tournament. Penn Island, though, they are pretty hot. Are they better than what I just seen from BeavR? I'm not sure. I think a lot of that might have to do with how strong their opponents were and how great they looked between each other. But BeavR just getting warmed up, right? That's their first match. If that's your first match and it's only getting better, they're definitely in for a great tournament coming out here for the rest of today and into tomorrow. I'm seeing a good seed from them. Zaza, I'm definitely seeing a middle of the pack seed, and hopefully they can work through it, get back up, and see a little rematch.
We'll have to wait and see, but a great start for the side of BeavR Elation. They start off 3-0. If you want to take that #1 seed, you can only lose, I believe, 1, maybe 2 maps to secure it if you get that 4-0. But that's what they're looking for to secure that #1 seed for Championship Sunday. But everybody, don't go anywhere. I think we're going to be having the New Mexico boys going up against Zaza for the second round of Pool B. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to kick it to a short break.